Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore. It is time for round 13, the last race before our mid-season break. We're heading to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix. And this will be Nick de Vries' final race with us. We will be replacing him after this race. Not quite sure who we're going to sign as our replacement reserve. We are going to be promoting Liam Lawson into the race seat to take over from de Vries. Just narrowing down the list of candidates who will become the replacement reserve driver. Obviously, we can't advance time until we have that reserve driver in place once we do make the promotion for Lawson. So I want to make sure we get the right driver. We have got some scouting coming in. As you can see, upcoming, we've got a scout report on Tarek for a potential role within the management side of the team. And we're looking at Logan just for long term. But there is the important one there. Zane Maloney's scout report in 6 days' time. That is the final youth driver scouting that we're doing this season in terms of trying to narrow down our candidates to replace Lawson in that reserve seat. It's going to be between him, Fittipaldi, possibly Iwasa, but they are the ones that we're looking at. So it'll be interesting to find out exactly what Maloney's stats are like. He's in a decent little bit of form at the moment in the F2 Championship. And he's got a quite good overall rating of 74 as well. So definitely one to consider. But like I said, I want to get those results in before we make the actual final decision. So borrowed time now for de Vries. This will be his final race. 6 more days to go till we get that scout report in. And at which point we will then promote Lawson and make our choice as to who gets the reserve seat. We also, as you can see, have side pod design that'll be coming up in 6 days' time. That'll give us time to get that built for Zandvoort, and we also have a chassis that's being worked on as well. That probably won't be ready for Zandvoort, but may well be ready for Monza. At least I hope it'll be ready for Monza. We shall see. Let's have a quick look at just how rough our kind of race is going to be today. On paper, not a great car still. That is partly because we have kind of abandoned some of the development options for this season to try and focus on making sure that we are going to get a good start next year. We're focusing very much on research. We're only really working on upgrades to the chassis and the side pods because they are not affected by regulation changes next season. And as a result, our car isn't amazing. Our downforce is pretty rough. Our dirty air tolerance is not good at all. Speed is pretty poor. DRS isn't too bad thanks to that rear wing we put on a few races back. But yeah, it's not a great car, and points are definitely going to be hard to come by in the remainder of the season. Maybe we can sneak one here and there, but I'm not expecting massive things from our car for the rest of the year. We'll see what we can do. Right, let's set some targets for tonight's race. So, quali position, the incentive is 2 in the top 15. We might be able to manage that. We've come close in the last couple of Grand Prix. We will play it safe with the guarantee, just 1 in the top 15. Finish position, 1 in the top 15, we should be able to manage that. I'm not going to go for the sprint guarantee, for the fastest lap guarantee. And in terms of streaks, we've got a new finish position streak, 1 in the top 15 for 2 races. It's worth only 280 grand. It's not worth much, but it's all money. And we've got this quali streak going, 1 in the top 15 for 5 races. We are 2 down, 3 to go, and that will be worth a cool 1.1 mil, which is money we desperately need. So that's it for our targets. You know, nothing glamorous, and let's see how well we can do. Let's head to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix.
This weekend we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset? This circuit was built in 1921, and even though its length was halved in 1979, the Belgian Grand Prix is still one of the longest, fastest, and most magical races on the F1 calendar.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form, as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
Now let's crack on with the weekend.
So, good evening, F1 Clips. Evening, Matthew. Good to see you again. It's been a while. So, yeah, light rain for Friday, which is our first practice and potentially qualifying as well. That is going to make things potentially interesting. Let's go straight into getting our cars set up. We're going to... we can't, it's a sprint. We need the Vries to be as prepped as possible. I was going to put Lawson in, but yeah, he'll just have to he'll just have to wait a few more days. Right, the run plan for Spa is 15 laps, so we don't need to change those. We are going to drop the pace stats on both cars. There we go. We're going to swap out the parts as well for practice. So let's see, worst engine that we can actually run is going to be the one that's in. ERS is going to be that one. Going to need another ERS, I think, for this car at some point. And that gearbox as well. So yeah, it's pretty rough in terms of parts available for car 1. For car 2, let's have a look. We'll go with a 25% engine. That'll be fine. We'll go with a 19% ERS. That'll be fine. And the 11% gearbox will last. There we go. Right, now let's get some setups on these cars. So we'll start with car 1. Actually, no, we're on car 2, aren't we? So we'll start with Yuki's car then. Let's go with a 4, a 9.5, a 4.6, a 3.2, and a 0.35. There we go. Everything's in the tolerance window, so we'll go with that. Let's take a look at car 1. Going to go slightly different here. We're going to go with a 2.5 and a 10 for our wings. Then we're going to go with a 5.5 on the roll bar, a 3.2 and a 0.05. There we go. And let's send them to the grid. Oh, let's change the tyres actually. Which tyres do I want to go with? Let's go with the mediums. Am I going to take engine penalties in Monza? No. Monza's not a good place to start from the back of the grid. Right, let's see. Is there going to be rain? There is. Not a huge amount though, so fingers crossed we'll be okay in that respect. We'll try and keep the drivers on track if we can.
Radio check.
Yeah, copy, same.
Radio check.
Radio loud and clear. We need to cool the car.
Copy.
A bit less curb.
Copy.
Okay, that rain is coming very quickly. Might have to go on to winters. I really hope we can stay out on these mediums though.
I think we're in stop.
Copy.
It hasn't stopped, Yuki. It's barely started. It is going to get damp, according to the prediction, but we are going to try and tough it out. We are so close to getting our feedback. Any red flags on this game yet? Yes, quite a few. Right, we've got feedback for Sonoda, and that is not a good start, 80%. We need quite a bit of improvement. This is the only session where we can really dial in the car, because we have quali straight after this for the sprint, and that locks us into Park Fairley. So the only thing we can change there will be the front wing.
What's your feeling?
And we've got feedback on De Vries as well. Let's call him in.
Copy
Oh,
that.
and 57. That's not good at all. That's really not good. So, yeah, a lot of work needed.
10-3.
Box slippy, caution.
Even.
Hopefully the rain will have gone by the time we get back on track, or be almost gone. Oh wow, okay, we're way off on the wing. It's a 9. I don't have a 9 wing setup for this circuit, so I'm going to have to wing this one completely. Let's see, let's go with the... Let's go with the 3.7. No, 3.7's not right. I could just about get away with that. Let's try that. See how that shakes out. The setup's definitely going to go in the book if we can nail it. Because like I say, I don't have a 9 rear wing setup. I've got 9.5s and 10s. 9.5, that's going to be a 10. So let's go with a 2.5, a 10. We'll go back to a... Oh no, 5.5 won't fit. Not unless I do something funky with the front wing. And even then, it won't fit. And there we go. We can go 5.5. So, 3, 10, 5, 5, 3.1, and a 0. It's not quite there. What's the other one? 2.5 on the fronts. And a 0.05 there. I'll go with that, actually. That is slightly different to the setup that we tried with De Vries. But we'll try that, see how that works. Evening, Farah. And Hedgehog's here. You got sacked. Yep. When you said you've been in debt for 4 races already, I was like, yeah, you probably get fired. You started a new game. Did you not just switch to a different team at the end of the season? Right, water level is going down now. The rain has stopped, so we are now almost. Now we're on the right tyre. Any tips on how to improve Mercedes straight line speed? Reduce drag. Yeah, 23 introduced in September an update patch to allow you to switch teams. It was something that has been called for since the previous game. Wasn't included at launch, but was patched in September. So, yeah, if you get fired, you can apply for a job in another team, although your manager rating won't be amazingly high, so you'll have a very limited number of teams that will actually consider you. And obviously, the more successful you are, the higher ranked teams become available. And you can choose to stay or go at the end of every season, regardless of whether you get sacked or not. So if you get bored winning all the time with the same team, then you can just switch to another team and then try and build them up to take down the monster that you've created. We did 2 seasons with Mercedes, and then left them to go to McLaren. I always get those 2 teams' names mixed up. I don't know why. It's the M thing. But yeah, we did 2 seasons with Mercedes, and then after 2 years we went to McLaren, and we did half a season, and then we started this instead. And in this particular series, we will not be switching teams. We'll be with Tauri till the bitter end. Evening, Mr. Watter. What are my thoughts on F1 going to Vegas? I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know how well the track's going to do as an event. There's a lot of pushback from the locals. This could be a hugely important weekend for the viability of the circuit. I think next year will be a better showcase because it will be at a better time in the year, and I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be, but they are going to move it from the end of the calendar to somewhere else in the calendar. So maybe that would be more favourable. And I know it's expecting to be pretty cold in Vegas this weekend. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well it's going to do. I don't know how long it's going to survive. It might be quite a short-lived, addition to the calendar. Evening, Derek.
How's the car?
Well, we have improved the Vries car, but it's still bad. Hope one day they had the option of sacking other principals and teams trying to poach you. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see an active driver market rather than, a reactionary one. I would like the AI to try and poach your drivers, poach your staff. That would really give morale a real purpose, rather than, their morale's low, they might not like your contract terms and they might not re-sign. But you get their morale up and boom, instant re-signing, or just throw a bit of extra cash at them and they'll stay. Be nice if their morale is low, they become much more likely to jump ship if another team comes in with an offer. Things like that. It shouldn't just be you being the one that's able to approach other teams. Other teams should be able to approach your staff and drivers as well. I'm okay with the manager role as it is, you know, in terms of whether or not you
Any
get
feedback
poached
there, Yuki?
by another team. Yeah, I'd rather it was the staff were the ones that got poached. Oh, Yuki is good. It's too late to keep him out there. We've nailed Yuki's setup, and now we've got some good feedback here. So that's going to be a 3-7. Cornering's got to go to maybe there. Let's pull. Toe can't go that far, so maybe there. Let's pull. Which way do I go with the wing? There we go. We're going to go with that. That is right on the edge of pretty much everything. We're not going to get full feedback on this run, but we'll get in as much as we can. This is a slight variation of a setup I have in the book, so I'll just make an amendment. 2.5, 10, yep, there we go. So that's the option of being 0.5 or 0.0. There we go. Let's get him straight back out for a bit more track time. And let's get as much feedback on the Vries setup as we can before the end of the session, which is only going to be like 3 laps. Maybe 4. Speaking of simulators, there's a new one that's been announced that has piqued my interest, and that is Taxi Life, coming next year, I believe. I saw the announcement trailer yesterday, or the day before, on the PlayStation YouTube channel. And it is available to wishlist on the PS5 store now. I'm not sure if it's already out on another system or not, but it's coming to PS5 next year, February, according to Mr. Water. It looks the closest thing we're going to get to Euro Truck in taxi form, and looks much better than all the other taxi sims that are currently available on the system. I am definitely intrigued by that one, and I'll keep my eye on that one. One-to-one scale of Barcelona. It's not all of Barcelona, it's just a good chunk of it, but it does look very good.
Qualifying is coming up, and we're close now to finding out how the drivers will line up on the grid for the sprint.
Just like a normal race qualifying session, drivers will battle it out for their starting grid positions. But this time, it'll be for the upcoming sprint.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
They weren't as quick as I expected them to be in practice. They'll want to land better lap times than that today to earn a solid position on the starting grid.
You're going to want to join us for this, folks, so fasten your seatbelts.
What do you mean learn from my past abominations? I'm pretty good at picking games, I think. You know, I haven't really featured any duffers on the channel. Maybe one. You know, but that was pure farming, which was not bad, just not brilliant. I didn't feature Real Farm. I did a review on it to say, don't buy this. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good when it comes to avoiding the horrible, horrible rubbish simulators. Oh, Not my abominations, just sim games in general. Yeah, no, that's why I say I've looked at others and I've seen that they've been pretty rough, but this one actually looks pretty polished and looks like it could be decent. Right, how much feedback did we get? Not enough. And we do know that the roll bar is not enough. That's got to be a 2.8. Wow. Which means the wing has got to go to a 3.5. That is my last roll of the dice. I'm going to screenshot that just in case I get that right. Let's start putting the good stuff in the car for qualifying. 62% gearbox will be fine. Let's do Yuki. Again, new engine. I think I've got to take a penalty to use that one, so we'll go with that one. And that'll be fine. Let's go with just the one flying lap. Out of all the F1 drivers who went to IndyCar, who's my favourite? Well, I don't know all the drivers that went from F1 to IndyCar, but I would have to say, off the top of my head, Mansell. Evening, Victor. There's Train Life as well. Yeah, that's the same studio. I've seen that on the store a couple of times, and I've looked at it and thought, might give it a go. I'll probably check that out before I before I make that decision. Everybody's going out soon, which means it's about to rain at some point. Yep, there it is. Probably should have gone for 2 laps. ETS2 with trains. Yeah, okay. I know it's a lot less sim oriented in terms of actually driving the trains compared to, say, Train Sim World. It's more just, sit down and drive with a lot less of the whole technical aspect, which appealed. But yeah, I'll hunt out some footage on that.
Track is clear. So nobody ahead of you. So you're good to go.
Right, can we sneak both of our cars through? We've got a yellow flag. A Ferrari is locked up at the bus stop.
Here we are then at turn 17. Very heavy on the brakes.
Oh yeah, that's a big lockup. That's going to do some damage to the tyres. It's also not ideal for starting your flying lap. Sainz should get through though. De Vries. call him in, send him straight back out. Hopefully he'll get a time in before that rain hits. Of course, this is the downside to calling him in. Let's take manual control so he doesn't have to pull over again. He still might have to pull over, but hopefully he'll actually be able to make it to the pits. We are ruining a couple of drivers' laps here, actually, apart from De Vries's, obviously. Tsunoda is a second quicker than Bottas. Only 4/10 off Alonso. Mind you, I think we held up Alonso.
Rain still coming.
Yeah, copy that.
Right, we've got time, if we're quick, to get De Vries turned around. We'll go with brand new tyres. Evening, John.
Focus on the tyres.
Right, that is a lot of traffic in front of us, so we are going to take manual control to try and clear as much of that as possible before we start the flying lap. Yuki in 7th right now. That is definitely going to be good enough to get through, because no one's going to have time to do another hot lap. At least I don't think they are. Any upgrades for this race? No. We should have new side pods for the next one, for Zandvoort, and then maybe a chassis for Monza. But yeah, upgrades are going to be very few and far between for the rest of this season.
Speed limiter on. And stop on the bikes. Push the tyres.
Yeah, copy that.
No saving required.
Yeah, copy that.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, A firm.
Right, we've got time to get a clean, dry lap in here. I don't know if the AI is going to try and get back out again. Science has gone back out, Sargent's going back out, but by the time they do their out lap, I think it's going to start raining on their quick lap. So I think Tsunoda is probably going to be safe, and De Vries has got a real shot at getting through as well here. Can he go out with a bang, or will he go out with a whimper? Expecting him to be down in his first sector because he was getting a nice big tow from the back of Tsunoda. It's getting close. Hamilton's gone back out. Verstappen, Leclerc, Alonso, they've all gone back out. Yeah, everyone's going back out, but like I said, I don't think they're going to get time to improve. And De Vries is up to 9th.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Back off now.
Copy.
And here comes the rain.
It's drizzling a little bit, I think.
Copy.
Evening, Baron. So our car is not quick. We just got on track at the right time. A lot of cars held each other up in that quali run at the beginning of the session. Obviously, De Vries had to cancel his first lap and go again because he locked up. But yeah, no one else is going to improve, I don't think. Well, Sainz will improve. Sargent, if he's out, will improve. I don't know if they'll be good enough to get through, though. Look at all that traffic that Sainz has got to fight through. But I'm going to watch Sainz's lap here. Look at all these cars in front of him on in-laps. And with the rain as well, he's now on the wrong tyre. Inters would be faster. That's a big lift. Sainz might go out here.
In the pit lane.
Fox slippy, caution.
Copy that.
Oh, that's it for Sainz. Surely Sainz is out. Do we have pace? No, we don't. We just got lucky with when we were on track. Ah, Sainz is out. Wow. And it's only going to get wetter as well. So that's probably your running order. There might be one or two little changes, but I can't see anyone else improving enough to get through there. So Sainz is out on inters on a wet track. He will improve his time, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get him through. Might go up to 18th. Ah, 19th. Couldn't even get past Joe, but again, not surprising given the track conditions. So yeah, massive scalp. Sainz is out, along with Stroll, which is a big scalp when you consider the pace of that Aston Martin. Alonso currently in 4th. He's about 3 seconds off the pace, at least 2 seconds off the pace. Sargent in last place, and joined by Zhou and Piastri as well. We have snuck through to the next session. Will there be rain as well? Well, we're starting on the Inters, so we'll prep for 2 flying laps. And let's see what happens. Did we nail the setup? We did. Excellent. So I'm going to write that in the book now before I forget. Let me pull up that screenshot that I took. So 3.5. 9.0. 2.8. It's my first 2.8 roll bar as well. 3.5 and a 1. Yeah, that is the most extreme setup I've got in the book. And let's send them to qualifying 2. Okay, we're going to wait for the track to dry up a little bit.
2, 1, should be green. Start to work on the front, get some brake temp.
Yeah, copy that.
And work on tyres.
Okay.
You take that back, Derek. No, we've been fair to Vries, but he has been very detrimental to the team this year. Have I done any upgrades? No. I'm focusing on next year. Yeah, that's the plan. Doing a lot of research. I've got 2 upgrades in the works for the chassis and the side pods. Neither will be ready for this race.
So gap ahead is good.
But we are primarily focusing on research to get the car in a good window for next season. I hope.
There is Norris in front of you.
Right, we've got traffic coming out of the pits in front of us. Hopefully that won't be an issue. We'll have to see. Yuki gets through without being held up, that's good. I'm worried about that Haas. That gets out of the way nicely. All good for Yuki. Slight nip, but not too bad. This is not good though. Okay, Vries got through that without too much trouble. This could be bad for Yuki. That'll be alright, that'll be fine. So, 3rd and 6th. Track is definitely drier than it was when most of the field set their first time, so don't expect us to stay there, because we won't. We've got a cool down lap now to rebuild the batteries, and then we'll go again. That's the difference in track water level. You know, most of the field set theirs when the track was wetter and therefore slower. Everyone is going to be setting a time on these conditions now, and we will definitely not stay 3rd and 6th. And now Ocon takes provisional pole. Well, I say provisional pole. There is no provisional pole at the moment. That doesn't come till the next session. Yuki getting pulled over for traffic.
Clear ahead. You good to go?
Track is slightly drier than it was for our first runs.
Straight out, track is clear.
Confidence isn't that much higher than it was at the start.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, De Vries is clear of traffic for a little while now. Focus on Yuki. Both drivers are improving. Tsunoda now in the drop zone. Yuki's catching at the worst possible place. Actually, it's not too bad. That's okay. Vries coming up to the line. Improves his time by a couple of tenths, but stays in ninth. What can Yuki do?
That's a strong lap. Cool the car.
Copy.
It's a shame as well because De Vries did get held up in that final sector. He could have gone faster.
Got
Sonoda
it,
finds
7.
a huge amount of time. 9/10 of a second.
It was a good lap.
He's through
This is in lap.
at the moment. De Vries is out.
Copy.
Hamilton's on an in-lap. He is not going to go through. He is out. Norris goes through into 10th.
I'm afraid we're out, mate.
That's it. That is the running order. Hamilton is out, along with Bottas, De Vries, Magnussen and Albon. Yuki makes it into Q3. Once again, we've managed to time it just about right with our runs. That makes that very, very optimistic, well, very pessimistic. Get one car into Q2 really hit me in the backside now. I could have made so much money on quali if I'd known about this. Let's see, though. We have completed that incentive, though, 2 in the top 15, which is very nice. And, of course, we've completed that step of the guarantee as well. So that's now 3 of 5 done. We're back on the dry tyres. We'll go 1 flying lap and let's see if it's going to stay dry in this session. No, it's not. So we're changing onto a brand new set of tyres.
Green light now.
And we're going straight out. I've got a chance here to maybe hold up everybody behind us.
And good braking when you can. Just warm the brakes.
Okay.
Perez is going to get a really nice slipstream off the back of us here. That's not to be helped, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll be able to stay far enough ahead to not have to drive defensively. Pigeon Simulator. Well, have you not seen Bee Simulator? Bee Simulator's been out for ages. Hey, don't diss the pigeons. I grew up watching Pigeon Street. Alright, that rain is 2 minutes away. We might have timed this just about right.
Okay, track is clear. Charge off and push where you want.
Track's going to start getting wet very soon. We're at the front of the field, so we've got a really good chance of at least jumping a couple of cars here. Right, well, we're not fastest, which is pretty much a given. Need it to start raining about now. Come on with the rain. Ah, damn it. There it is. It's coming down quick as well. Look at that going up. .142.6. We were never. Oh, it's Verstappen behind us. We were never going to beat Verstappen's time. Where can we end up? Quicker than Norris. Quicker than Ocon. Quicker than Hulkenberg, and Perez is last across the line. We're quicker than Perez. We're P6. Oh man, if we got out right at the very beginning, we would possibly have had P5. But of course I had the wrong tyres on. I had to change for brand new tyres. Evening, Anthony. Well, P6, that's great on paper. Of course, come the sprint, we're going to go backwards. But if we can at least stay in a DRS situation, we might possibly be able to stay in the top 8 with Yuki and get a point. Of course, that sets us up nicely for the chance of a point or two in the main race as well. P6 is our best quality of the year, so I think. So I'm thrilled with that. Of course, it's completely rain dependent. We did not have the pace for P6 on paper, but yeah, I'm over the moon with that. That's fantastic stuff. Ah, man. Okay, so now we've got practice again. But we've got both cars set up perfectly, so we just need to boost track time now, get them running as much as possible. It will be dry, so we're going to run for the entire session, just to get that confidence as high as we can for the sprint and the race. So we're talking 32 laps of fuel and hard tyres.
green light, green light. A bit less curb.
Yeah, copy that.
All right, let's leave him to it. Well, don't forget, Anthony, we are going to be hiring Piastri at some point, as soon as he deems us worthy. So we might be replacing Tsunoda with Piastri at the end of the season, if Piastri turns around and says, okay, I don't think you're quite so shit after all. Which would be a touch unfortunate, because Tsunoda's got a lot of potential. And I am wary of the fact that I don't want to promote Lawson to just ditch him after 6 months as well. But it all depends on when Piastri deems us a worthy team to join. So my lineup next year is either going to be Lawson and Tsunoda, or it could be Lawson and Piastri, or it could be Piastri and Tsunoda. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on whether Piastri changes his mind about AlphaTauri. Because he deems us an unworthy team at the moment. And we do have to sign him. That is part of the challenge. It's one of the objectives, is to make Piastri a world champion. The other being make AlphaTauri Constructors champions. Alright, confidence isn't going to max out, but it's going to get pretty close.
Let's check at 5.
There we go, 97, 98, that's not bad at all. We might even squeeze an extra % out of Nick. Not quite. But both drivers will be starting in very high confidence. Nick just, Yuki a little bit more. That is excellent stuff.
We're back, and the action is set to get even better today as the drivers go racing in the sprint. The sprint kicks off the racing action for the weekend, a 100-kilometre battle to set the grid for the Grand Prix.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint. And with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
Well, teams will need to be clever. There's no time to relax. It's the sprint around Spa.
So we've got clear sunny skies for both the race and the sprint. We're going soft tyres for the sprint, putting in the best bits we have available. Gearbox will be fine. Gonna overfuel by a lap. It's so tempting to take that penalty here, but I'm not going to. Like I say, I'm expecting us to go backwards. Right, let's go to the grid.
15 long and challenging laps await the drivers in today's sprint here at Spa.
And once the lights go out here at Spa, the attention will shift to the first corner, a turn that has seen its fair share of dramatic incidents over the years.
Forget the scheduled pit stops today. It's all about racing. Here we are, the sprint around Spa-Francorchamps. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Verstappen's on hard tyres, wow.
We can fight.
Copy.
It's going to be hard for the Vries to make up places. Keep my fingers crossed it can. The most important thing for Yuki is just to try and hold everybody behind him, which is going to be very difficult. I'm really hoping I can stay in range. I'm going to keep pushing his tyres even harder actually. Just try and keep him in the DRS train as long as possible to stop him from being overtaken. But our speed is not great. So, yeah, that could be a struggle. Still getting frame rate drops at this corner.
DRS enabled.
Thankfully, DRS activates after just one lap in the sprint, so
Bottas right behind.
fingers crossed.
And you can lean on tyres.
Copy.
He was 14th, Farah, but he overtook the race at the start. But he's on mediums and we're on softs, so maybe if we get lucky in a corner, we can maybe sneak past him. We're breaking away from Ocon. Perez is all over the back of us right now. Isn't helping. Russell leads because Verstappen's on hard tyres. Gasly's been dropped. Actually, we're close to getting dropped as well. Tyres are starting to get a little hot. Come on, stay in range. Ah. Here comes Perez. Could be vulnerable into turn 1. Right.
Recharge on. Recharge on.
Copy.
Kind of hoping that Paris is going to jump me here before Eau Rouge. No, he didn't. Damn it. Okay. He's going to get us here then, coming out of Radion. That's the Camel Straight. There he goes. Our best bet is to tuck in behind him. Stay with him.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah, copy.
See if we can close that gap back up to Hamilton. Here comes Stroll, much faster car than us. Sights up to 17th, all over the back of Bottas. Yuki is not able to keep up at the moment with Perez. Got Hulkenberg and Ocon all over the back of us. They caught us up very quickly. Can't push the tyres too hard, so we'll just have to rely on battery and fuel. But yeah, already we are going backwards very quickly here.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah, copy that.
Top 10 finish would be nice. Yeah, ideally we could finish in 8th, get a point. There's a lot of quick cars behind us though, that's going to be tough. Hulkenberg's going to get us. Just don't do a Hulkenberg fuck up, please. Don't take us out. Alright, he's through. Vries has been passed by Stroll.
Don't give up.
Stay behind, keep charging on the triple charge.
Head down. Do a big button.
Copy.
I don't think I can even stay with Hulkenberg.
We can put a bit of energy on tires.
Copy.
This is the grim reality of just where our car sits in terms of pace. Rain certainly disguised our weaknesses there. We were just lucky to be able to get those laps in at exactly the right time in each of the sessions. We are not quick. Bottas is still holding up sights, which is pretty incredible. Let's see if I can retake Stroll. Evening, Agent. now you found us, I hope you stay with us. We stream every weeknight, Monday to Friday.
Recharge on.
Yeah, just no pace. Stroll has gone. Sainz has now cleared Bottas and is right behind us.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy that.
And Ocon's through. I think he's got the DRS on us as well. Yes, he has. Chance for us to maybe get him back on the Camel Straight if we're lucky.
Our head down.
Again, look, even with the DRS open, we're barely closing, and it took almost the entire straight for that to happen. Yeah, we are definitely going to struggle to hang on to the 10th that was my initial target. I was worried that we were just going to go backwards. Vries is holding off Sainz, but only just. Lawson will be quicker when we get him in the car for Zandvoort. Albon's side by side with us, I think. Oh no, he's right on our gearbox. Ocon's gone as well. Can't keep up with Ocon. We have no pace in this car at all. '17th in straight line speed is awful at a circuit like this. And that's why the side pods and chassis for Monza will be absolutely vital for us to be able to hang on to a midfield position. There won't be a B-Spec car. We're already running the B-Spec car. We put 4 new parts on at Baku, and that was our B-Spec. Now we're just going to bring a couple of little updates here and there. Like I said, we're focusing on researching for next season, trying to get ahead of the regulation changes. We've got better staff coming in next season.
Get back in the rhythm.
So we should hopefully be able to make a much better car next year.
Keep focus, everything getting back.
Definitely need to shred drag. Yeah, well that's what the chassis and the side pods are for. Try and reduce the amount of drag in the car. Sainz is through and it's already over a second clear of us. We'll try and chase him if we can. At least get him to bring us onto the back of Norris, maybe. For now, I'm comfortable to just sit here behind Albon. As long as we don't drop any further down, this will set us up for the possibility of a point in the main race. Didn't expect us to get points in the sprint, but if we can stay in the top 10, then that means we'll start in a points-paying position in the actual race itself after this. can't afford to let Albon get away, so I'm keeping an eye on that gap. He is threatening to do that, so let's up our pace.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Magnussen's sneaking up on the back of us
Copy.
as well. He's almost in DRS range. Stavolo. Stavolo 2. Now it's the long run up to the bus stop. Magnussen's right there, and he's brought Hamilton along with him. And De Vries is almost within a second now of Norris, although he's out of battery.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Ooh, yellow flag. Ah, that is Zhou. Lock up at turn 1. Oh no, it's Norris running wide at turn 4. How is Zhou so far off the pace then? But that puts De Vries ahead of Norris.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Evening, horrific.
Copy.
Yeah, I completely understand, dude. I have those battles from time to time as well. I left us in Harvest way too long, and we've lost Albon. Tyres are in slightly better shape, but not by a massive amount. Magnussen, Hamilton and Stroll, and Sainz about to join the penalty as well. Oh, hanging on to 10th is going to be a hell of a task. So far, we are living up to it. Having Magnussen where he is actually is probably a little bit of a benefit to us as well, because it's protecting us from Hamilton. Hamilton will get past us very quickly, I think. As with Stroll and certainly Sainz. Magnussen is definitely the slowest of the 3 cars that's chasing us, or the 4 cars, sorry. So having him right behind us does give us a little bit of a rear gunner protection, although he's also attacking us, so... We've almost closed the gap back up to Albon as well, who pushed his tyres really hard to take that place from us, and now we are closing it back down again. Let's see if we can maybe get into range
Overtake button.
Copy.
out of La Source.
Recharge
There we go.
on.
So we got in range
Okay.
before the DRS detection point, I think. Gives us a little bit of breathing room for Magnussen. And now we can sit here behind Albon.
We need more liftoff.
Okay.
De Vries going nowhere, but at least holding Norris behind.
Copy.
And of course, now I've said that, he's going to get past. A little bit more tyre pace through this sector here. I want to make sure that we don't get dropped by Albon again. We don't have the battery to keep pushing. We're out of bonus fuel now. Stroll's got past Magnussen. That's going to make defending a little bit harder. See, Magnussen has already dropped back off the back of Stroll and is being hounded by Sainz, who's got past Hamilton. So Hamilton's lost out quite badly there. He's gone from being in 12th to 14th. We've just missed out on DRS again, I think. Oh no, we got it, just. We need it if we're going to hold Stroll behind us. Right on the verge of being dropped again. Just don't have anything else to push with. I can't shred what's left of the tyres. Actually, we've only got what? Yeah, we can, actually.
Okay, we can push one more step on tires.
Copy.
Let's get De Vries to push his tyres a bit. See if we can... well, I doubt we can catch back up to this this group here, but maybe we can at least make sure we stay clear of Norris. Albon is definitely pushing again to try and get away from us. Three laps to go.
How many laps?
And 3 laps to go.
I'm expecting Stroll to swoop past us here. Oh, he got his nose in alongside us. Yep, that's the move. He's going to get us into the braking zone here. Ah, damn it.
Keep pushing.
Come on, Yuki. Stay with Stroll. Please stay with Stroll. Everything about this car sucks. Our dirty air performance is bad. Our straight line speed is bad. Our DRS is average. That's the best thing apart from our acceleration, which is good. Our downforce is appalling. Stroll is gone, and we've got nothing to answer that with.
Lift now.
Okay.
I really don't want to lose another 3 places
Okay, you get 2 laps to go.
in the last 2 laps.
Copy.
You're good to push on tyres.
Yeah, copy that.
Strolls through. He's past Albon. Albon, I think we can catch, but it's that's dependent on whether or not we can hold everyone else behind us. Sainz is going to have a lunge up the inside here. And he swoops through. His tyres are terrible, but that's a Ferrari, and we are in a much slower car.
Keep focus, everything can happen. Keep focus.
Sorry, Yuki, I've got nothing else for you. This is just our performance, unfortunately. Could possibly have pushed the tyres a little bit harder earlier on, but I was thinking about the closing stages and having tyres to fight back or defend with, and even that isn't helping us enough.
Use and deploy when you can.
That's all my battery. Here goes Magnussen. Well, this will at least give us a chance to try and retake that place from him
And last lap.
on the Camel Straight.
No, I'm sorry.
I know it's difficult, but keep focus, Yuki.
Can we at least hold Hamilton back? Please don't tell me we're going to end up 14th and 15th. Oh man, full tyre push, DRS wide open, and we just stayed exactly where we were to Kevin there. This is going to be a really painful race. Oh no, it's a lock up as well.
The front looking is very, very bad.
Well, I knew quali was too good to be true, but ouch. 14th and 15th. Can De Vries actually hold on here? Stay ahead of Norris. He should be able to.
No saving required.
Copy.
You've got energy.
Copy.
It's going to be a long Grand Prix with this car. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, Anthony, it's going to be a very long and painful race.
Max Verstappen over the finish line.
Oh,
to
Max
win the
wins
sprint.
on those hard tyres. I'm surprised by that. And what a fall from 6th to 14th. De Vries drops from 13th to 15th.
Checker flag. That's checker flag. That's P15. Well done.
At least we can say we qualified in 6th. Even if it was rain assisted. Right, let's get the sprint over and done with and get on to the main race.
A bad day for Nick De Vries as he comes away from the sprint without any points.
At the end of that, it's a 15th place finish.
It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only one driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead. Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar.
As we look ahead to the race, Karun, how do you think the morale is over in the Alpha Tauri garage?
To be honest, I think they'll be feeling great. The mood amongst the team has been very strong recently, and they'll be hoping to deliver again today.
Well, no one can ever predict what will happen at Spa-Francorchamps, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be eventful.
Alright, so let's erase the sprint from our memory. Let's see if we can do better in the race itself. We've got a couple of options on strategy. That is probably the way to go, and then see if we get a safety car. I'm going to go softs to mediums with both drivers. We're not going to push at the starts. We are elevated by a position. Someone must have a penalty. Yeah, Sainz has a penalty. So we've got a Ferrari that's going to steam past us again at the start. Joyous. Right. Let's pray for safety cars and see if we can get a nice free pit stop with about 10-15 laps to go.
We've got 44 laps ahead of us here in Spa as we get ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Could this be a big race for that man, Alexander Albon?
Just sitting inside the points places, they need to defend well and look to push hard where possible.
Right, let's get to it then. You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Overtake, go, come on.
Copy that.
We leave it to you.
Copy.
Why is it De Vries' last race? Because we're replacing him with Lawson. Trying to hold the batteries in reserve for as long as possible. But that might be a mistake already. We're coming under pressure from Norris.
Yeah,
And we've been passed by Norris. We're going to have to deploy early. Damn
Use
it.
deploy, use deploy.
Doctor.
What about Ricardo? Too old and too slow. He's slower than Yuki. It's not a reflection of his real life abilities. That's a reflection of his in-game stats. Wow, Norris looked like he was about to rear end us for a second then.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Sainz and Bottas doing battle once again. There they are at the back of the screen, and already Zhou is 2 seconds off the pace. He must be running old engines to be that slow. Yeah, 37% engine.
energy.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, that's enabled now.
Right, so by holding the battery off for at least half a lap and a bit longer with the Vries, I'm hoping that we'll be able to now start to stretch our legs against the AI slightly. Might bring Tsunoda back towards Hamilton. And we'll certainly bring De Vries back onto Norris, I think. Because most of the AI will have used up their battery by now. Push their tyres harder than we have as well, so that'll help us a little bit later in the stint. Give De Vries a little bit more tyre, see if he can close up.
Copy.
Norris is hanging on better than I was expecting. Let's give Tsunoda a little bit more tyre as well now.
Let's push now. The
Just for
tires
this
is
last
good.
little bit of battery he's got.
Copy.
It's just so hard to overcome the lack of pace in this car. We are close to Hamilton, almost in range. Cannot shake Norris. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Someone running wide. Yeah,
Here's
Joe.
the replay.
He's
Joe
already
Guan Yu
way
is
off the back.
focus here. And they just can't keep on the track.
Yeah, a
They've
little trip
got to
through
be
the gravel's
careful
not going to
and
help him. Yeah, we're not catching Hamilton, so let's ease down a little bit with Tsunoda now.
Lift off, save fuel.
Copy.
And Norris immediately pounces. Can't even shake Sargent at the moment.
I can't believe we just...
Everything can happen in this race, so we just keep our head down, keep focus. No DRS available, no DRS available.
Yeah.
Just left the coast.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Yeah, I think a late safety car is the only way we're going to stand any chance of points here
Focus on
today.
bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
We'll do what we can. That's a
Charge
yellow
on.
flag. Is that a safety car? Oh, okay, that's come early. Right. It's not the late safety car that we were looking at, but it does mean that we can switch to this strategy, put on some fresh tyres now, and then have a much faster set of tyres later in the race. Kind of wish I'd started on the mediums because now I could go soft, but we'll do what we can with this. That will give us more leeway to push these tyres. And it will also refill our batteries.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Oh, it's Alonso who's crashed. Oh, he's gone straight to the barrier, hasn't he? Yep. That's broken that car completely.
Yeah.
And just like that, the hopes of the team start to dwindle.
Well, that's one place close to the points. Let's see if anyone else takes this opportunity to box as well. I don't know.
Safety car.
Might see someone box.
Watch your delta. You need to do everything you can to maintain tyre temperature.
This will give us a chance to boost some confidence a bit as well, because we'll be at the back of the grid. Russell and Leclerc and Gasly and Ocon are all diving in. Wow, everyone's diving in. So it looks like all the medium runners are going to go soft now. Yep, that's soft tyres going on Leclerc's car. It's going to be chaos in the pit lane here.
Copy.
Hamilton getting held. And now it's going to happen to us. 2.6 seconds isn't too bad. 2.7 seconds. And after all that, we've actually gained positions with Tsunoda. Look at that, we're up to 10th. We're not going to stay there, but we're in 10th. De Vries in 15th, which I think is where he was when we boxed. Hamilton got out just in front of us in the end. But we've made the switch onto the alternate tyre compound as well now, so we have free choice of tyres now. We can go mediums, hard, softs, and not have to worry about having to pit onto a specific tyre. Some drivers have stopped, some haven't. Max, Perez, Hulkenberg are the only three who have yet to stop. Max doesn't need to be honest. You know, he can just keep pushing on those tyres. He's got the pace in that car. And then he can just go soft later. But say it's worked out for us in a way. We've made the switch. We're now, unfortunately, up against a lot of cars again with fresh tyres. There aren't as many soft tyres out there as I was expecting. Quite a few cars have gone mediums again. Unless they're on softs. Let's have a look. Well, there are a lot more soft runners out there than I thought, but some of these medium runners have stayed with mediums, I think. But yeah, like I said, we've jumped up a few places. We were, what, 13th? When we boxed, we're up to 10th. I mean, theoretically, and I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to do this, but theoretically, I could probably do this with the Vries. Not going to, though. Like I said, if we had the choice, if we'd started on the mediums, I would have gone straight onto softs, and then we could have gone softs off. Gonna get a nice big chunk of fuel to burn. We get our batteries refilled. And there's a chance to stay with the pack a little bit more than before because everyone's going to be tripping over themselves trying to get past Hulkenberg, who has not boxed, so his tyres are not as fresh or as fast as everyone behind him. How long is the safety car going to stay out for? Are we going to get another lap? If we are going to go another lap, I might well do that switch with the Vries. I think we are. So yeah, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go really aggressive with the Vries. I'm not going to do it with... Wow, do I do it with Yuki? It would boost his confidence. By getting some overtakes on easy cars, but he is sacrificing track position to do that. It is 14 seconds slower, but that's under full racing conditions. Take the pit stop out of the equation because it's under a safety car, and we're going to close that gap right back up again. It will be quicker. Do I even have another set of soft tyres for Yuki? Yes, I do. Oh, choices, choices, choices. I have to make this decision now as well. That's the thing. think I'm going to hold position with Yuki, but I'm definitely going to make this switch with De Vries. He's only going to drop 4 places, and he'll be able to attack those guys. I think that's the better option. We'll leave Yuki out where he is. I'd say 10th place, that's a lot of positions to give up. That'll drop him down to 19th, well 18th, because he'll be ahead of the race, but yeah, we'll leave him out there.
In the pit lane.
Copy.
Oh, come on. No pressure stop. And they blow it. Lost over 2 seconds. I mean, we'll make that time up easily, but that's not the point. That was a chance to get a really quick pressure-free stop in. See if we could maybe put in a really fast time for the pit stop competition, which we are doing really well in. We're 3rd. Alright, let's take a look at confidence levels. So, starting level confidence for De Vries, that will go up when he gets some overtakes. Zhou will easily be passable. Tsunoda also at starting level confidence. Just like that, we're back on the queue. And that is the end of the safety car.
Safety car should be in this lap. Get ready.
Copy.
We need to push harder on tires. They are looking good now.
Copy.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Use everything.
Yeah.
And we need charge off now. Charge off now.
Yeah, copy.
On tires, we are good to push one step more.
Copy.
And we're off. Things finish like this, it'll be a disaster for us in terms of Haas getting a huge amount of points. But we're still ahead of McLaren. I'll get him on the braking. There we go. Big chunk of confidence for De Vries. That will give him a nice little boost to his stats. Meanwhile, we are already a second off the back of Hamilton. We're on the same tyres. Sainz looks to get up the inside of Norris. Sounds vaguely sexual. He is through. He's got the inside line into La Source. And he gets the move done before the braking zone. Kind of back in range from Hamilton. Whether we can stay there is another matter. Vries is hunting down Logan Sargent. He's already a second clear of Zhou. And we've got another yellow flag. That's Magnussen dropping all the way down to the back of the order. There he is still.
Yes.
That's the spirit, Yuki. So we're in 9th.
Stay close to the cars in front.
Oh, there goes Sainz. Slots it up the inside. Alright, let's save the battery.
Recharge on.
We're back to 10th.
Copy.
Slow down.
Copy.
We still yet to catch the back of Sargent.
Yeah, that's good now. Press and overtake.
Yeah, copy.
Stay in range. Stay in range. Ah. Full push coming out of the source and just still didn't have the pace. Ah, it's painful.
Charge on.
Still, we're clear of Norris for now, so it's not horrendous. De Vries is actually losing ground. Oh, Sargent's past Bottas, that's why. Everyone is on softs. Wow, Sargent's tyres are already down quite bad. Bottas's aren't amazing either. Looks like the soft tyres, those who switched onto softs, might not have had brand new softs. That or they just pushed them really hard at the restart, which is also probably quite likely. We've looked after ours. I'm hopeful that will come good. That there won't be a bad decision, but time will tell on that one. The absolute best I think we can manage without any more retirements is going to be 10th. I'm going to be fighting tooth and nail to hang on to that spot. An extra point would be huge. Especially considering if we do lose the place, it's almost certainly going to be to McLaren, who we want to make sure that we do not let get any points, because they're only 5 behind us. I'm amazed how well Hulkenberg is holding on as well. I thought he would have started to drop back a little bit. He's only lost 1 place so far. Here comes Norris on a push. Still not closing with De Vries. I'm in two minds as to whether or not I keep pushing as quickly as I can like this, or whether I go into defensive driving mode, drop a long way off the back of the cars that are clearly past us anyway, and try and burn out the tyres of the cars behind us. Stay like this for now, but we will look to calm the tyres down again in a moment.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Right, finally getting inside the window to attack Valtteri.
Comfortable to push.
Vries is just inside peak confidence right now. If we can get him past Valtteri, that'll max his confidence out, give him the best possible stat boost that we can give him. And hopefully that'll be enough for him to be able to kick on a little bit and try and go after Sargent. Ideally love to have more battery in the car for Yuki, but we just don't have it right now. Gonna give him battle assist.
Overtake available.
Copy.
See if that helps. I've found that it only really works for defending and not for attacking, in my own experience with it, but
Use energy.
there we go, up the inside. And through. So that is maximum confidence for Nick de Vries.
Back off.
Much better. See what kind of pace Albon is doing when he crosses the line. Now that he's in, outside the DRS train, 147.4, 147.8 for us, but we are having to drive defensively. Somebody locked up in front, perhaps. Oh,
Yeah,
that's going to be a red flag. Because he's stopped and he's holding up traffic. That's a red flag. Okay, that makes things very interesting. Everyone's going to change tyres again. It's way too early to go back onto softs, so we have to go mediums. With Nick de Vries. I mean, maybe even hards. Hards might be the option here. I'm going to go mediums. I think. I mean, let's see. We're due to start around lap 20 or so. And then it would have been really tight on the mediums as well. Now we're going to go hards with Nick. We're going to leave him on the hards and just... That's it. For Yuki. For Yuki, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to switch him onto a soft strategy from now on. I think. Go really aggressive on these tyres and push really hard. I didn't change the tyres. I think I just stayed on the same tyres. Shit.
The restart is moments away as the race continues.
Oh, crap. I think I just stayed on the wrong tyres.
And it's lights
I did.
out,
Crap.
and
Damn it,
away
damn
we
it, damn
go.
it. Look how much fuel we've got on board now as well. It's crazy.
Energy is available.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, we'll stay on the strategy we're on then. But De Vries is now going to the end on these tyres. Everybody else has switched. I'm just curious, would the mediums have gone? Yeah, they would have been touch and go. Yeah, the hard's definitely the right call. But we definitely have a problem with Yuki now, because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I pressed square instead of X to select the tyres and just skipped the tyre selection altogether. I meant to go soft.
So we need to push hard on these.
The other unfortunate thing about that red flag is it's killed De Vries' confidence. But we can push fuel for the rest of the race now.
Stay close to the car in front. Focus forward.
Yuki's already dropping off. Come on, be brave on the brakes. Be brave on the brakes. Ah.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Pushing these tyres much harder than I want to, just to try and stay close to Albon. It's not really working at the moment. Kicking myself over that mistake.
Used energy.
A firm.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Recharge.
Copy.
Getting through here either.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy that.
Need to look after the tyres.
Yeah, A.
Yuki's defending well. Vries now dropping off the back and coming under pressure from behind. Great stuff.
Copy.
Now this could be a look at the inside at Pouillon. Helps him back.
cruising up to. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy that.
Can we cling on to that point? We're at half distance. Yeah, 22 laps to go. And the Red Bulls are just gone. Look at that. They're 12 seconds clear of Russell already. Using those soft tyres to excellent effect there, just blitzing away.
Back off.
Copy that.
Alright, pit window coming up very soon for Yuki. We're going to thrash these tyres now.
Let's go flat out, Yuki, flat out.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh. God damn it. Did we get hit?
Okay, Yuki. Okay, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Or did we do
So
the
we're heading
hitting?
now into turn 5. Not a lot of wiggle room here.
Oh, no,
there's
that's
quite an
Gasly's fault.
impact
He
between
pushed
them.
us off.
The teams will no doubt be very keen to establish the full extent of the damage.
He stuck his car where he had no business sticking it.
And clearly they're not whatever...
No damage. That's the important thing. But thinking the tyres took a hit. We lost a place to Norris. And there is a penalty for Gasly.
Gasly got a penalty for that.
Thank you very much, Pierre. Now Ocon's coming through. He gets past Piastri. Doesn't look like Gasly damaged his tyres either, unfortunately. Did he get any car damage? His front wing looks okay. Yeah, looks fine. How fast those Red Bulls are. 15 seconds clear now. I mean, I know they're on softs against mediums for Russell and the rest of the field chasing, but even so, that's a big gap. confidence has taken a massive hit as well. Disastrous for us. I want to get this move done on Norris before we pit if we can. At least try and get some confidence back.
We need to cool the car. And charge on, charge on.
Oh god, De Vries has been hit.
Let's take a closer
Magnussen just took us out.
This is what
The
happens.
hell's going on today? Oh no, it was a lockup.
And nearly, just running
I thought
wide.
Magnussen had clobbered us. It's force of habit, you know. Kevin is Kevin.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Copy.
Oh, the Ocon is all over us. Another yellow flag. Oh, it's another lockup for De Vries.
We can focus on our race.
Oh my god.
Right then.
Yeah,
let's take a
and what
look
people
now.
wonder why I'm getting rid of him.
Okay, so we've got De Vries. Nothing wrong so far. And the car just locks. They were just unable to do much.
Come on the braking, on the braking. Get him, get him, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Come on, come on. Ah, so close. Alright, get him out of no name. This lack of confidence is really hurting us right now. We need to box on the next lap. Got to get the move done this lap if it's going to happen.
Box, box, Yuki box.
Yeah, copy.
Recharge on. Overtake button.
Alright, we're closer this time, I think. Come on, get him this time, please. Don't chicken out. There we go, we're up the inside. Excellent stuff. We've got them through no name. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Big boost to the confidence there. Much needed boost.
Charge on. And small lift off to the tires.
De-anchoring.
Copy. Box, box, box.
Copy, box.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
In the pit lane.
It's a little quick stop, but it's clean.
Track is clear.
.5's not bad.
Pit exit clear.
And Yuki's back into medium confidence. And that was actually fast enough for third.
We're good to push.
Right.
Charge on.
So,
Charge on now.
plan to keep De Vries out had to be scrapped because he destroyed his tyres with 2 lockups in the space of half a lap. And now we've got to try and do all that overtaking with Yuki all over again. Although, let's see who is likely to stop. Stroll and Hulkenberg are going to stop. Everyone else might go to the end. But I'm hopeful we'll have a tyre advantage. Let's see, we are 15 seconds off of Ocon. 16 seconds. That's not impossible. Just got to be very careful how we treat the tyres.
And slow down, Yuki. Slow down.
Copy.
Let's take a gander at what everyone's doing lap time wise. So there's Verstappen boxes. Let's see. Ocon is doing 144.9s. That's pretty quick. That's a push lap. Norris a 146.3. That's more like the kind of pace I was expecting to see. Even that looks maybe potentially a little quick. Magnussen a 145.8. You can do across the line. So Albon 147.0, Ocon 145.3, 145.7, 145.7. Magnussen 146.1. I think Gasly must have some damage. We did a 146.0. That's with no push and no DRS. So yeah, it's not bad. It's gonna be tough to hunt down points, but we should be quicker this lap as well. Our confidence is still gradually recovering. We're still getting some negative modifiers, which do not help at all. De Vries is now back into medium confidence, thanks to a defence and an overtake. He's almost cleared his negative stats. That better not be Nick De Vries again.
Yellow flag there, yellow flag.
It's Joe.
Copy.
Right, let's have a look here as we go into turn 8. Well, you can see the lockup. Now, they did leave it very late.
So 145.3 again for Ocon in that clean air. 146.5. God, we lost half a second. I'm wondering if the dirty fit air is affecting us this far back. If it is, that's really not good. We need to step it up.
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
We need to get on and onto Bottas and past him ASAP now. Need that overtake. Confidence boost. Stroll in the box. Fortunately, does not really help us, given how far ahead of us he is.
Recharge on.
Okay.
We can push one more step on tyres.
Okay.
Oh man, our speed sucks. It really sucks.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Overtake button.
Copy.
Let's try and get him here in the midfield. He's blocking.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Use deploy, use deploy.
Okay.
This is not really the place I wanted to get the move done. I was hoping to do it with DRS so I could pull away at the same time, but I've just got to get it done now. Oh, man, I don't even have the pace to beat Bottas in a straight line fight. That is how bad our car is right now. There we go. Battery, full tyre push, full fuel push. Rear wing wide open. It is going to give Bottas a chance to come back at us down the back of the camel. Hopefully we pulled out enough of a gap to be safe.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
And Yuki's confidence is now back in high. New personal best in the first sector. He's getting positive numbers again.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
And so is Vries at last as well. There we go, we're a second clear of Valtteri at last. So in a clean air, our car is good. The second we get anywhere near the back of another car, we just lose so much pace. Lack of downforce, lack of ability to follow in the dirty air, lack of straight line speed, just lack of everything. See if we can grab Piastri.
Stay close to the cars in front.
I think we got him. I think we got the DRS. Yes, we did. Can we get Oscar on this lap as well? Going to run out of battery very soon. Can we get him on the run to Pouillon? We've got the line. Be brave on the brakes. No, Oscar chopped us. And we're not going to get him now. So let's go into harvest mode. Wait for the DRS and have another crack at it there. Hulkenberg in the box now. Still got 3 extra kilos of fuel on board.
Stay close to the car in front. Recharge on.
Copy.
Well, he's going to get us back, isn't he? Ah, we managed to chop him. Can we hold position down here? He's got the clean inside line. This isn't good.
Overtake button.
He doesn't have the straight line speed, which I'm surprised at. So we are through.
Recharge on, recharge on.
And that is another nice little boost to Yuki's stats. We are, unfortunately though, 17 seconds off points. So we've actually lost a bit of time. Yeah, I don't think we're getting points. It's just not gone with us, has it, this last few races. Had bad luck. Mistakes that have crippled our confidence. And taken an absolute eternity to recover from. If we hadn't had those mistakes. Penalty for Gasly. Oh, yellow flag. Is that Sargent?
5.
Who's he hit? Magnussen. Or Magnussen. Yeah, I think Sargent turned in on Magnussen there. His race, it's obviously ruined Sargent's race.
And for the crew watching...
That's 2 places we've just gained. Effectively. Have to seriously think about boxing. His front wing looks okay, but he's got a hole in his rear wing, so he's definitely going to be in trouble. Let's take a look at Magnussen's car. Oh no, he's not missing any front wing. I thought he was. Rear wing looks intact as well, but his tyres are also now knackered, so again, might see him box. If not, maybe we'll be able to catch him.
Overtake button.
Copy.
Sargent's staying out. So this should be an easy overtake. Making sure we get the DRS down the Camel Straight. Eau Rouge through Radion.
Charge on. Charge on.
Copy.
Comfortably swept past him and managed to grab a little bit of extra battery in the process. Right, that means that we now have
Slow down.
very high confidence for Yuki. Excellent stuff. Vries still pootling around doing not much of anything. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to retire him. I'm going to save the car for Lawson.
Box, box. Box, box. We're going to retire the car.
A very ignominious end to an ill-fated stint at AlphaTauri for Nick de Vries.
You can push harder.
And let's go hunting after Gasly. Alright, take it easy, Derek. Thanks for stopping in. And I'll see you tomorrow. Magnussen definitely under pressure here. Yeah, I thought you might like that word, Farah. Threw that one out there especially for you. Magnussen's doing a good job of holding up Norris and Gasly for us, giving us a chance to catch them up, get in the DRS. There we are, in the background. I wonder if he has got some damage. What's his lap time? 1:47.0. What was he doing before the accident? Actually, we should call it an incident, not an accident. Because, to quote Hot Fuzz, accident implies that no one was at fault. So let's see, he was doing 144s, 145s before the crash. Now he's doing 147. So That might be just down to the tyres. It might be down to damage. He's actually opened up a bit of a gap. I wonder if he's pushing on this lap. Let's see what he does across the line. .145.9, so that's quicker. 147s for those two as they're battling. And then we are.
Yeah, copy.
2.5 seconds faster. Well, no, 3 seconds faster than Norris.
Charge on.
Copy.
If I can get to 11th, then we'll break out the rain dance, or you know, whatever we can do, whatever kind of dance we can do to get someone else to crash and retire, and that will grandfather us into a point. Welcome, Army's World. .143, the fastest lap for Stroll. And that jumps him past Hamilton. He's up to 6th place. Here we are once again, staring down the backside of Norris.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Okay.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Five more laps.
5 laps to go.
Copy.
Still an extra 2 kilos of fuel. Got another yellow flag. Is this the retirement that we were hoping for? No, it's not. It's Logan Sargent. That does not help
Now,
us.
this is Logan Sargent. That's... oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted.
Now Hulkenberg with the fastest lap. Mind you, he is on the freshest tyres. But even so, a little way off the back of Hamilton and Stroll. I don't think he's going to catch them in time.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Okay.
And Magnussen does have the box. So that's one car out of the way. He will not catch us in time.
4 laps to go.
Can we get the move done on Norris here? It would put us potentially into peak confidence. Come on, Yuki, step out, make the move. You git. Alright, stay tucked up then if that's what you want to do.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Oh wow, he's actually going for the move here. I did not expect that at all. Put the power on for the exit of No Name.
Copy.
And there we go, move complete.
Good job.
We had a little woo
We are P12.
just for Farah.
Charge on charge.
But this is what happened. This one is involving Yuki Tsunoda.
So rare to see,
The opportunity's there.
a move to actually overtake in that corner.
Up to 12th and sniffing at those points places.
At least when you're behind, if you're side by side going into that corner, then that's different. But he was actually behind and pulled out to make the attack. It's such a rare thing to see. Gonna thrash these tyres for the remaining 3 laps. See if we can't close down Albon and Gasly. Well, we can't close down Albon. Wow, Ocon has just taken off if he's that far ahead. Wow. Can we get Gasly though?
3 laps to go.
We're already going to finish in 11th place actually, so we don't even need to pass Gasly because he's got that 5-second penalty. As long as we stay within these 5 seconds, we will get 11th place. Now we just need somebody in front of us, not Gasly, to retire. Or do some massive damage to their car with a crash that forces them to be really slow. Two and a half laps to go. We've got a couple of close fights. We've got Stroll storming up onto the back of Leclerc here. We've got Ocon and Albon pushing each other as well. And there's Lewis in the background. He has been dropped. Here comes Stroll, trying to go around the outside of Leclerc. If these two have a coming together, that would be fantastic. Stroll tucks back in through Eau Rouge.
To go, Yuki. 2 laps to go.
Still just about in range of Gasly, but he's looking to try and stretch away from us. He did lose a little bit of time on that last lap. We are absolutely destroying these tyres. We've broken clear of Norris though, so we haven't got to worry about a threat from behind now. Or at least not at the moment. We're 2 seconds clear. Lap and a half to go. Come on, Leclerc. Big lock-up into the back of Stroll here, into the bus stop. That would be glorious. That would get us a point. No. Albon has now dropped out of range of Gasly. Sorry, of Ocon. So Ocon is free and clear. This is it. This is the only fight that's left. And it is a significant one because they're close enough to actually do damage to each other if one of them locks up. Take a look at tyres. Leclerc's tyres are hanging on. I don't think he's going to do anything. Stroll is really hunting down Russell as well. He might be in a position to actually attack Russell in the closing corners.
How many laps?
This is it lap. This is it lap.
We now have a three-way fight for fourth. Albon's back in range again. We've got a yellow flag.
Yellow flag now.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Let's see
Sargent
what
again.
happened
God
there.
damn it.
Here we are now.
Got
down
all
at
excited for
turn
nothing.
17. Struggling with the car. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyre.
And we're going to see any last-minute shenanigans, a retirement at the bus stop.
Perez has crossed the line first.
Perez wins, 5 seconds clear of Max. Sainz gets third. Russell's going to just hang on for fourth. Stroll will take fifth, Leclerc sixth. Hulkenberg's going to be seventh with the fastest lap. Or is he? Hamilton's right on the back of him. He holds him back. Okay, so it's down to one of these two to make a big mistake now. Ocon or Albon. It's not going to happen. We're going to get 11th place. An adjustment. Not a bad recovery from Yuki given the disaster of, again, our race weekend. Things just have not gone well for us on Sundays these last few days, these last few races. And there we go, 12th place. Gasly with a 5-second penalty. We're within 5 seconds, so we will overtake that and become 11th place. We finish ahead of the McLarens. They don't score any points. We've got a yellow flag. Piastri had a wobble, or was it Magnussen having a wobble at the end there? It was Piastri.
Now there's the car of Piastri. Nothing at this point. And there's the lockup. But that's just the risk you take.
There we go. So just Bottas and Sargent yet to cross the line. There is Bottas. Here comes Sargent, and that is the end of the Spa Grand Prix. Not bad. 11th. I would have preferred a bit more than that, but considering how bad things went for us in the sprints,
It's
and then
not been Nick
the
de Vries'
big loss
day.
of confidence in the
Pretty
race,
disastrous, to be
I'll
honest.
take that.
That'll be quite a blow having to cut their race short, but they'll be doing everything they can to come back stronger.
Just not with
And
us.
onto the podium goes Sergio Perez, and he's certainly in good company there.
That sees them double their win tally for this season. They'll be delighted with that.
And there you have it, a smiley podium lineup at the Belgian Grand Prix.
So it's the second win of the season for Checo, but it is another 1-2 for Red Bull.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there though.
That is that for this weekend's F1 action here in Belgium.
For the next round, Formula One won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
So there we go, confirmation of the final result. Checo gets the win, his second win of the season, ahead of his teammate Max. Sainz up 17 places to finish in third place. What a race he had. He really did capitalise on the safety car and the red flag to jump a lot of places. Russell down 2, Stroll up 4 places. We saw him charging through at the end. That was a good recovery from him. Leclerc down 2. Hulkenberg stays in 7th. He really looked out with that red flag. He gambled and stayed out with a safety car, and then the red flag allowed him to change his tyres and not have to, lose time under racing conditions. And then switching for softs late on got him the fastest lap as well. Hamilton up 4 places. Ocon down 1. Albon stays in 10th to get the final points, much to my chagrin. Yuki up 2 places, Gasly down 6, Norris up 2, bad race for Magnussen. Piastri gets a 2-place gain despite his last lap lockup, which cost him a place to Magnussen. Bottas improves, Zhou improves, but that's because there were 2 retirements. Alonso crashing very early on, and De Vries just getting pulled back into the garage and told, you're done. Let's have a look at the drivers' standings. Max with 26 points from the weekend, thanks to the sprint as well. That puts him on 308 points. He is 73 points clear of his teammate. Charles Leclerc in 3rd place on 207. Loses touch a little bit with Checo there, thanks to Checo's win, combined with 6 points from the sprint. Sainz in 4th. Alonso gets 4 points from the sprint, but nothing from the main race with his 2nd DNF of the season. Puts him on 140. Hamilton in 6th place and Stroll in 7th. There's no changes to any of the positions here. Both of the Alpines keeping themselves the same distance apart, 3 points apiece. And Hulkenberg there, you see, gaining 2 more points for Haas. That's put them pretty much beyond our reach now. 2 more places. He got 9 more points. So yeah, that is it for us hunting down Haas in the championship. Yuki drops a place in the standings, as does Norris, thanks to Hulkenberg's 9 points. Albon gets another point for Williams, and Nick de Vries, his season is now over, but at least he did score 2 points for us. In the Constructors' Championship, 57 points for Red Bull. Massive amount of points. That's more than double what Ferrari scored today, so their gap is now 195 points. That's a big gap. Aston Martin in 3rd place. Mercedes do hunt them down just a little bit. They claim another 9 points on them, but it's still a big gap. Still 45 points apart. Alpine in 5th with 6 more points. Haas in 6th get the same amount of points that we've scored all season to move 15 clear of us now. McLaren have yet to add to their tally, so they do stay behind us. Williams get another point to try and hunt down McLaren, and Alfa Romeo still yet to score. Let's see how it did in the pit stop challenge. I know we did have a quick stop. How quick was it? We were quick enough for 3rd and 4th. Excellent stuff. And Red Bull only have 1 driver in there. Ferrari aren't on there at all. Okay, I wonder if some teams didn't actually make stops. I wonder if they just waited till the red flag. Because there's quite a few cars that you would expect to see there, just not there. Let's see what that's done to the standings. Ferrari still top. No points for Ferrari. Only 8 points for Red Bull, so the gap between those two is down to just 2. We gained 27 points, although McLaren scored 29. We are still ahead of them, 77 points clear of them, which is good. Although, yeah, we're 98 points behind. 108 points behind Red Bull. No, I can't add up today. We are 8 points. Oh, man. Yeah, we are 8 points off Red Bull. So if they hadn't scored any points today, we'd be level with them. That would be incredible. 3rd place, if we can hang on to that, or maybe even, get higher up than that, that's going to be worth a huge amount of cash for us next season. Let's see our pit stops there. So we had a stuck wheel nut, was it? No, it was a car jack delay. It's normally a sticky wheel nut. I'll take a car jack delay. There was De Vries' fastest stop, a 2.59, a 2.603 for Yuki Tsunoda, and then a couple of 2.7s in there as well. I'm glad I made that extra stop now for Tsunoda, because that was what was good enough to take 3rd. Let's see how our drivers did over the weekend. Wow, good defending from Nick de Vries. 25 successful defences, 7 failed. Not so good going forward. 5 successful overtakes, but 6 failed. Yuki's is going to be interesting. 6 successful, 13 failed. 21 successful defences, and 10 failed. Had to fight his way up through the field. Couldn't make the overtakes where they counted, but did get some. Yeah, we'll take that. No experience for Lawson, but he will be in the car from the next race onwards. And in terms of finances, we gained $2.5 million, which is our performance targets. These are the incentives. We achieved both of those, and then we also did the qualifying guarantee as well, which we could comfortably have made a lot more money had I realised just how good we could have done in qualifying. Benefit of hindsight and all that. Alright, time for our mid-season board review. Let's see. Our target is 8th place. We are currently in 7th, so we're doing okay there. Long-term objective to score in 12 races. We've done 3 this year. We're not going to get it this season, but the objective target is next season. Hopefully our car will be good enough to achieve that target next year. Board have high confidence in this, and they give us an extra $1.5 million, which, thank you, Mr. Boardman. Really needed that money. And let's go to our inbox. So we have details on Tauri, although I realised as soon as we started scouting him, we've already filled this position for next season with somebody else. But I mean, it's good to kind of see the stats, isn't it? I mean, Jody is getting released at the end of the year, and we are replacing him with Dan Fallows. He has already signed a contract to join us next year, so let's see how Tauri stacks up against Dan. And there you can see he's got a very good chassis rating. Underfloor just a point better. He's down a couple of points in suspension, but he's down quite a bit everywhere else. He's down 18 points in the front wing, 19 in the rear wing, and 11 in the side pods. So he's not bad, but Dan's definitely the man. Dan the man for us. Right, a couple more days to go, and we'll get our scouting report back on Zane Maloney, and that will help inform us as to which driver we will be signing to replace Lawson as the reserve. How do we do with the inspection? Oh, that's 4 failed parts. That's a lot of failed parts. Teo gets the win in the feature race for Formula 2. He's starting to string together some strong results again after a very, very good start to the season. He kind of whiffed a little bit in the middle of it there. And we have no more chassis of this current spec. We do still have a couple of the older ones. We do have a chassis on the way. 17 days. We will not have that in time. Unless we emergency... Well, maybe if we rush it, we might get one in time for the next Grand Prix. I need to think about that. What else do we need? Replace the front wing. We've got 1 spare, I think. Yes, 1 spare left. So we'll need a couple more front wings. Let's take a look at the underfloor. How many of those have we got left? No spare underfloors now. And no spare suspensions. So we need to replace a fair few parts here. So we need a new underfloor or 2. Let's go ahead and manufacture 2 of those. How many slots do I have available? I've got 2 more slots available, and I need to keep 1 free in 3 days to do the side pods. So we have 1 front wing that we need. So let's go ahead and just do 1 of those. That'll take 3 days. There we go. So we now have 2 spare front wings going to the next Grand Prix. We also need suspensions and chassis. The chassis is the more important thing because we don't have any viable chassis at the moment. So it's going to take 10 days. Do I go for 2? Or do I just go for the 1? Just going to go for the 1 and just hope that we don't destroy a chassis in Zandvoort, and then we'll have the next one available for Monza. We can get some more research done now, although I could potentially maybe do another car part. I don't really want to develop a new part. I'd rather do research for next season. I mean, it's hurting us this year, but next year's the important year. Let's see which part needs our attention more. Front wing could definitely do with a little bit of a boost. Rear wing's being done right now. How's the underfloor looking now? Yeah, that needs a bit more. And the suspension definitely needs a bit more as well. Alright, well, let's get an underfloor going. We are seriously struggling with some parts of this car for next season, so this is definitely going to be an important one. We want 2.2 MAU hours on this, and we also want to throw on 29 wind tunnel hours. There we go. I'm going to drop the drag reduction down, drop the airflow sensitivity down. We're working to try and improve downforce for next season. We're going to go with that. And let's go with three engineers on that. Okay. Board confidence check-in. So we just got some more money from the board. Fantastic. It's the end of the month. We know they've got high confidence in us. We've just had our review. Driver development updates. So let's see. Yuki improved his control by a point and his smoothness by 2. That's a good month for Yuki. De Vries improved his overtaking and his defending. I'm not surprised his defending has gone up. He was mighty in defence. Just rubbish everywhere else. But he will be gone in just a day or two. Let's take a look at Lawson. Lawson gained 2 points in reactions, a point in adaptability, and a point in cornering. That's a good month for him as well. Very good month. So, yeah. He's definitely going to be a faster driver. Just maybe a little bit more inconsistent to start with. Hopefully not. July in Formula 1, the spotlight is on Ferrari. They've got a brand new suspension simulator upgrade going through the works. And Alpine saying it could be going better. Yes, it could. Right, let's get some training done for our pit crew. Strip those times out. We want a nice, well-rested team. Let's go on to our cumulative look. Let's give them a few days off just to get that fatigue level down a bit. And then we'll go heavy on gym training for a week. Give them the Sunday off. And this week we will focus on a bit of both. Pit stop training and gym training. Well, I suppose technically, because I'm the team boss, every day is gym training. Bum. I apologise for the crappy jokes. Right, let's see. Currently we'll be going into the Dutch Grand Prix with a slight gain in race time, or pit stop time. Let's try and squeeze one more day in. That's looking okay. Could probably get another day in actually. Let's go with one more day. Yeah, let's not overdo it. Let's give them another day of gym training up here, perhaps. That's too much. That is too much. Okay, so we'll take that down to that. And that is okay. And I'm trying to figure out how long is it between Grand Prix. It's just a week, I think. I think Monza is the following week, so I'm actually going to take that out just so they get enough time to recuperate between the races, because I'm looking at their fatigue level after the race, which will start to come down. And I'd rather put in half a day of pit stop training there, or even maybe a day. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, pit crew is done. Is this our scout report on Zane? No, it's our scout report on Logan. Yeah, he would definitely be a downgrade. Alright, one more day to go. Side pods are ready. Front wing is in our spare parts box. And we have our report on Zane Maloney. So, let's go ahead, first of all, and get another project underway. We want to do a front wing project, or a side pod, a suspension. Let's go with the suspension because we've got some hours to use up and the suspension does really need it. So we use up the last of the hours for this month. Again, we're going to drop down everything except the downforce settings. Counteract that 30%, 20% and 10%, like that. We've only got one engineer available. It's going to be 40 days to get that one done. I might take someone off the rear wing, maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Throw him on there. Okay. While we're in part development, let's start building those brand new side pods. As you can see, big speed boost. Thanks to some drag reduction work that we've done. We're 22 days away from Zandvoort. We want 3 of these, so we have a spare. Gee, now let's just go with 2. Because I might do another side pods once the chassis is built. Let's see. Still waiting on that spare chassis to be made. So there we go. Side pods are on the car, being made. Front wing is done, so we've got 2 spares in the warehouse now. And let's see just how good Zane looks compared to some of the other drivers that we have been comparing him with. So, we were looking at Enzo. He's definitely quicker. Braking is only slightly better. Control is very good at 84. Smoothness is pretty good. Adaptability is not so good. Overtaking and defending, not as good. Reactions, the same. Accuracy is not that different. You know, I'm thinking maybe Zane is the guy to hire. We would need to work on braking, adaptability, and reactions. Let's take a quick look at the different options when it comes to training drivers to see what we could actually do. So braking, adaptability and accuracy. Oh no, it was reactions and accuracy, wasn't it? So yeah, there isn't a grouping that would really focus in on the key area that I want to work on with him. Let me have another look at Enzo. What would we need to work on with him? Braking and cornering, I can work on those two together, and reactions, I don't think that one fits in there. I think it's accuracy, but I could work on braking and cornering at the same time with Fittipaldi. Who else were we looking at? We're also looking at Iwasa. Again, Iwasa is definitely lacking in the braking department compared to his pace. Doesn't have the control or the smoothness of Maloney. Better adaptability. Better reactions for Iwasa. Oh, you know, I don't know who to sign. I really don't. Maloney has more on paper in certain stats that would make him the right choice, but I think in terms of ease of training, I think Fittipaldi might be the better choice. I'm going to take another look at Hajar. I mean, he's only 18, so we could have him for years. But he is way down in certain areas. Again, we could work on braking, cornering, and accuracy in one go. His adaptability is bad. His control's pretty strong for a young driver. Crawford isn't where he needs to be. He's too far down on too many stats. He needs at least one more season in F2. Which of these two do I go for? I think I have to go for Fittipaldi. I just think he's going to be easier to train than Maloney. Yeah, we're going to go with Fittipaldi. So, let's say goodbye to Nick de Vries. Let's promote Liam Lawson into that seat. So let's do a quick comparison across the two so you can see the difference there. Smoothness definitely needs work, but he's got more pace. He's faster in the corners. He's much better in the braking. He's got better control. Smoothness needs work, as his adaptability is similar. Overtaking and defending are definitely not his strong points. He's got good reactions though, good accuracy, much higher development rate than Nick de Vries. He is definitely a better option overall, I think. So we're going to put him into car 1 immediately. I'm going to put him on a 2-year deal. Actually, no, if we can get him cheap, let's put him on a 3-year deal. That'll be half a year for now, and then 2 more years after that. I don't like the way it gives us weird partial bits in salary. I always like to have nice, clean, round numbers, so we'll go up a bit. We're going to give him 1.75 as an opening bid. Give him a 175,000 bonus. And we'll give him a 10 grand bonus if he can get in the top 10, which should be easy enough to do next year. And there we go. He is very happy with that deal. So we'll go ahead and sign Lawson to the number 1 car. And now we're going to sign Fittipaldi as our reserve. I'm going to put him in for 3 seasons. Let's give him an opening offer of 750,000. And we'll give him a 50,000 signing on bonus. He wants a little bit more. I had a feeling he might do. We'll offer him 950. And he wants over $1 million. Okay, yep. Not overly surprised by that. A little disappointed, but not overly surprised. We'll offer him 1.2 mil. And he'll take that. So, oh no, he won't. Alright. We're going to up his signing bonus to 100. And that should, I hope, seal the deal. He's happy with the wage. He was okay with the contract length and the bonus. So upping the bonus should hopefully get this done. And there we go. We have signed Enzo Fittipaldi as our replacement reserve driver. There we go. Right. Lawson, development. We need to get him to focus on a few things. Race strategy is probably the one to go for. That's going to work his smoothness, his overtaking, his defending, and his reactions. Yep, we'll go with race strategy. Yuki is currently on wet track training. We're going to leave him on that to keep working on his adaptability, his smoothness, and his control. Hopefully that will go up soon. We are going to look at renewing his contract at the end of the year. Actually, I should have done this earlier, but I'm just going to check just to make sure we weren't in a position to sign Piastri. Yeah, he still has a negative outlook towards us. Okay, so again, we'll check at the end of the season before we make a decision on whether or not we renew Yuki. If Piastri is available, we might have to get rid of Yuki to sign Piastri, or we might have to get rid of Lawson. I don't know. I'm kind of, now that we've just put him in the car, I'd kind of like to see how well he does. Is there anything else I need to do? Enzo, yes, we haven't done his development yet. So we want to work on his short run pace. That'll boost his cornering, his braking, his adaptability, and his accuracy. They are the two main stats we need to work on, cornering and braking. And if we get bonuses to the other two, that's also nice as well. Right. Welcoming Enzo to the team. Oh, we haven't reassigned our scouts, have we? Let's go ahead and see. What do we want to scout out now? We are scouting out Josh, aren't we? As a potential replacement for Mattia. Let's continue looking at drivers. Let's see. So, if we go by age, because we can't have anyone who is over the age of, or sign anyone who is over the age of 26. And we can't sign anyone whose rating is higher than 85. So, oh God, this is our only opportunity to sign him. But again, end of the season, maybe instead of Yuki, we'll scout him out. Who else can we look at? Could look at Zhou. We've got details on Mick. We could get Stroll. He is young enough and he is not high enough rated to get cut off by our regulations. So, yeah, he is a potential. He's got a 5-year contract, though, so he's going to be horrendously expensive to buy out. Who else could we look at? Lando's rated too high. I think that is pretty much anyone that we were going to consider already considered. Let's take a look at Zhou. Just out of curiosity, as a way to stack him up against Yuki. Do I have any scouts left? No, that's it. That's all of my scouts. Alright, spare chassis is done. So, let's get that put on the car so it's legal again. There we go. The side pod's ready yet? Nope, not yet. They are definitely being built, aren't they? Yes, they are. Starting to panic for a second then. Chassis manufactured. Yeah, you know about that. Spare underfloor is done. Good stuff. There is the chassis design done. Let's go ahead and manufacture 4 of those. That will probably be the final chassis we do. Actually, no, let's just go with 2. Play it by ear for now. We will not get 2 in time for Monza unless we rush. It's expensive. Adds an extra $500,000 on, but need that speed boost. What else am I short on in terms of parts? Suspensions. Did I start work on suspensions? I'm sure I did. No, I didn't. Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, let's make some spare suspensions. 2 of those. Yeah, we can get away with that. As long as we don't destroy one now, we'll be fine. We'll get the first one in time for Zandvoort, and the second one the day after for, the second day of the Monza weekend on the Saturday. So in time for quali. And now, do I do a new side pod? Wow, it's actually going to have a negative impact on my low and medium speed cornering. Even though it's going to go up 2 ranks. What? That makes no sense. Let's try doing it in the warehouse. Let's see if this makes it any easier. There we go. That's more like it. That's more what I was expecting to see. Let's throw that onto car 1 so that I can now go into development and have a look at designing a new side pod again. So, no hours available. Again, throw on some drag reduction. Let's take a bit of the cooling out. Push up the downforce a little bit. Drop that down. What would that do? Not a lot. It would only give us a little bit of improvement in engine cooling, really. Very negligible gains anywhere else. think, given how negligible those gains are, it's not worth us doing another side pods unless we get a significant improvement. Well, we put hours into it, so I think the best thing to do would be to continue focusing on research on the parts that are going to need the improvement next year. So once again, we're going to drop everything down apart from the downforce to try and really focus in on the areas that need it. Go. I'm actually going to try increasing those a little bit like that. It is limiting how much I'm going to gain on the high speed, unfortunately. Let's go with that. Engineers, let's go with 3 engineers. That'll be done middle of September or late September. Let's go to beginning of October, which will be the next let's just go full on 4 engineers. Yeah, there we go. All right. Where are we now? 8 days away. I've only got 100 grand left in the bank, but everything is done. Yes, I know I'm low stock on chassis, side pods and rear wings, but I don't have any slots left, unfortunately. I've only got 3 slots and they're all being used. Side pods will be ready in a day. There we go. So let's go ahead and fit that now to Yuki's car. There we go. And I can now make another rear wing. I've got a response requirement. That makes me nervous. Let's make that 1 spare rear wing. Can I afford it, actually? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Alright, let's not make a spare front wing or rear wing. Board attendance at the Grand Prix. Ooh. Do we want to let them come and watch us? I don't know. Let's see. What did they think of the last race? They were happy with the last one. I think as long as we don't destroy the cars, we should gain confidence with the board. Yeah, let's approve that. It's a risk. Scout report on Josh is done. So Josh is looking as a replacement for Matthias Spinney. Let's see what the difference is. He's up 2 points on communication. He's down 2 points on feedback. He is up very much on composure, which is the key stat. That's the one that reduces the amount of confidence lost with an accident and improves the amount of confidence gained with, a positive reaction like an overtake or a personal best. So for me, that is the most important stat on your engineer, is the composure. And that would definitely be an improvement. Let's have a look at contract details. Oh, he's got a long way to go. He would be very expensive. Okay, well, we've got the information. Whether we use it this year or not, we at least have that ranking. So let's have a look at some other engineers. William Joseph is still not going to join us because McLaren are thumbing their nose at us still. There isn't really anybody else I'm interested in engineer wise. I think that was pretty much it. Josh is my man. And we can't go for anyone from the top 3 teams, as we've already discussed. Part of the rules. So I guess we scout another driver. Magnussen's too old. Albon's now too old as well at 27. Ricardo way too old, as is Hulkenberg. Giovinazzi's too old. I'm deliberately not using Porsche this series because we've used them a lot. Used Felipe before in our previous games challenge mode series. I suppose we could take a look at Deruvula. And is that it? That's it. That's the day of the Grand Prix. So we're going to fit the new chassis onto Yuki's car. And if I go onto car 1, I just want to, for a moment, just go back to the older side pod. And let's do an analysis of how much we've improved the car with those 2 parts. So, change team. Let's go to Tauri. Let's change car to car 2. That is the improvement that we've gained. As you can see, other cars have definitely improved. Our cornering went from 15th to worst. Other teams have brought upgrades, for example, as expected. We have clawed back a little of what we've lost, but we are still losing in terms of low and medium speed. But we have gained a bit in terms of top line speed. We've gained 2 places. We were 17th. But we have gained half a kilometre an hour with those drag improvements. We've even improved our acceleration slightly as well. Our engine cooling has also gone up a little bit, which has helped. And even though we have dropped in the rankings, we have improved downforce across the board, just not by massive amounts. So if we go ahead and put those parts back on, there we go. That speed thing just didn't seem right. We gained 0.24 kilometers with that, and we gained 0.74 with that. We'll actually be gaining almost an entire kilometer an hour, and yet it wasn't reflected in the comparison. Very strange. Right. So, 16th, 14th, 12th, 18th, 20th, 16th, 20th. Yeah, not good stats. Not good stats at all. But we are looking okay against some teams. Let's take a look at Alpha Tauri. They've got better downforce than us. We've got more speed. We are over a kilometre an hour faster than them. We've got much better DRS than them. They are edging us in low and medium speed downforce. They've got better dirty air performance than us as well. Engine cooling really poor. Again, I think they might be missing a side pod off that car. But yeah, there we go. We have done everything we can do tonight. We have replaced Nick de Vries with Liam Lawson, partnered him up with Sonoda. We have signed Emerson Fittipaldi's grandson, Enzo, and he is our new reserve driver. And we've got a new chassis on Sonoda's car and new side pods on both of our cars. Plus, we've got some more research going as well. We are still okay financially, but it's not ideal. We're in a pretty good place, all things considered. This next race could be tricky. The rest of the season, to be fair, is going to be horrendously bad. I don't think we are going to be chasing points again this season. All the other teams are going to keep taking steps forward, and we aren't. Might have to break that trend. Maybe create a new rear wing once the current rear wing research project is finished, just to try and give us something. Or maybe do a new underfloor just to give us an improvement in our downforce. But yeah, it's not looking good for the rest of this season in terms of how our car is going to be able to compete. But we are prepping for next year. We're trying to make sure our pit crew are strong and quick and consistent to try and stay in third, or maybe even get higher in the pit stop challenge to bring in that extra cash at the end of the year. That will allow us to upgrade a couple of facilities maybe. We've got young drivers that are in high windows of development, so we're getting them trained as best we can. I still need to get another upgrade on our race sim, but we just do not have the funds for it. That's one of the key things that I'll be upgrading at the end of the year once we get our prize money through. But that's all we have going for us. Everything else is not great. You know, our car is getting worse compared to the rest of the grid, and is only going to keep going backwards. So, yeah. We'll see what we can do for the rest of the season, which starts tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, usual time in the evening, UK time. So, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with the Dutch Grand Prix and some more F1 Manager very soon.